Guys? So today we're going to be talking about this new petition that Mark Kern has brought up, and it begs us to ask and answer a question: is it should people be at Blizzcon this year be asking about Legacy? Now, this is a question that's been going on for the past couple days, and people have had arguments back and forth, and including yours truly, the Blizzard Knight himself, Towley. I actually was talking to him on Twitter the other day with Asmongold, and specifically I got into it with Towley a little bit, and we're going to go over that as well. But I'm going to go over the petition with you guys right here that Mark Kerns said, and I'm going to give you my opinion on it, if I agree with it or not. Basically, it says, BlizzCon attendees ask about Legacy Vanilla WoW, and it's by Mark Kern in Irvine, California. And what a beautiful picture that is right there. What a beautiful picture. Blizzard is still thinking about bringing Vanilla or Legacy servers back to World of Warcraft. As the former team lead for Vanilla WoW, that's Mark Kern if you didn't know, he was the team lead for Vanilla WoW, I'm bombarded daily with questions about if and when Blizzard will bring the historic version of the game back. Here is what you can do. BlizzCon is this weekend, November 4th to 5th. It's tomorrow. It's the perfect time to remind Blizzard that we still want Legacy Vanilla WoW servers. Sign the petition to ask BlizzCon attendees to take the Ask About Legacy pledge. If you are attending BlizzCon and attending a panel with questions, ask about Legacy and keep showing them the demand is there. Sign the petition to let BlizzCon attendees know to ask about Legacy. And that's it. And it says the petition will be delivered to BlizzCon ticket holders. Petition right now has only 1,578 supporters. Here's my opinion on this. First of all, I'm going to reread this, okay? If you were attending BlizzCon and attending a panel, he doesn't specify which panel, so I'm assuming any panel at BlizzCon with questions. Here's the deal. I think if you are going to BlizzCon, you should have the right in a WoW panel, World of Warcraft panel. Don't go to a Diablo panel. Don't be an idiot and go to any panel. Please don't do this. Please don't do this. If you're watching and going to BlizzCon, please just do not do this. Do not go to any panel and ask about Legacy. That is ridiculous. That would be like me, going to a gaming convention about, I don't know, let's say it's Star Wars, and I ask about Lord of the Rings at one of the Star Wars panels. Just don't do that, please. It doesn't make any sense for you to go to a Diablo panel and ask about Legacy servers. Just don't do that. That's the dumbest thing I have ever heard. Please don't do that. Now, on the other side, let's talk about something else. If you were at a World of Warcraft panel, I think it's fair game. I think it's absolutely fair game if you want to, at a World of Warcraft panel, it's World of Warcraft. If you want to ask a reasonable question, I think you have the right to ask about Legacy. I do. And now people are going to say, Blizzard already answered it, why are you harassing them? It's not harassment. If you are at BlizzCon and you are at a World of Warcraft panel, and you pay money to go to BlizzCon, and you ask a reasonable question about Legacy, what is the problem? I don't understand the problem. I think you should have the right to ask if you want. And it doesn't have to necessarily be a question like, Blizzard, when are you releasing Legacy servers? What if the question is like, hey, Blizzard, what servers are you looking at for Legacy? Or Blizzard, how do you think you would implement Legacy servers? Or Blizzard, would you implement a cash shop with Legacy servers? Or Blizzard, how many realms are you looking at, do you think would be a good idea for Legacy servers? What is wrong with reasonable questions like that to get information about their thought process on the damn thing? You know what I mean? And you have people, and I don't want to go too into it, but it seems like there's people out there that are trying to shut people up at BlizzCon. These are really popular streamers. Not all of them. A couple of them I've noticed. But I understand their point for the most part, that because they don't want to seem bad. And I agree with them that, you shouldn't look like a fool. Don't act a fool at BlizzCon, right? Don't act a fool. Don't be this is why I kind of disagree with this petition because of the wording. I'm gonna put it in the description anyway for you guys if you want to sign it. But I don't think you should go to random panels and just yell legacy. I don't think that's what Mark Kerns is asking for to begin with, though. I think he's just saying you can ask a reasonable question, but I think he could have worded this petition a lot better. And I think he really could have worded it a lot better. I don't think that you should be asking any panel about World of Warcraft, especially if it has nothing to do with WoW. That would look really horrible. Please don't do that. And I think the people who are saying don't say anything at all at BlizzCon are trying to prevent that in general. But here's the line where I disagree with them. And I'm going to show you, I talked to Tally for a while on Twitter, and I disagree with the dude 100% on pretty much everything. But I thought it was interesting to talk to him because he actually came into the conversation. And he was saying, you know, the petition's harassment. I think that's a little out of line. I think that's a little ridiculous. I don't think it's harassment. I mean, I don't think one person is harassing a business that makes multi-million dollars every year. I think there's other issues in the world that consider harassment, but you know, I see his point. I understand his point, kind of. I know he doesn't want people to really bash the, you know, make them look bad, but I don't think he's getting his information 100% correct. I think someone, you know, with a reasonable question at BlizzCon, can they, and the question is for you guys as well, do you think someone at the World of Warcraft panel Q&A has the right to ask a reasonable question about Legacy? Or should they just not ask any questions at all? And I think personally that if you're going to BlizzCon and you're watching the video, I think if you're going to a World of Warcraft panel and there's a question and answer page, I think you have the right to ask a question. I do. And I want to know from you guys, do you think that people should ask about Legacy, in what capacity, or do you think they should just shut up? Because it seems like there's a group of people out there, who, really mainstream guys, who are trying to say that people should not ask anything at all. And I just really disagree with that. I don't agree with that. There's this, I'm not going to go into too much of freedom of speech, but I think at the end of the day that if you're going to BlizzCon, it's about World of Warcraft. Legacy is World of Warcraft. Vanilla WoW is World of Warcraft. And the best example I can give is Star Wars. Star Wars has conventions all the time. And I hate to bring up Star Wars. I always bring up Star Wars. I love Star Wars. But let's say Star Wars convention, right? You don't think there's people that go to Star Wars conventions that just love the original trilogy? You know what I mean? So there's people that go to these conventions, guys, that are classic fans. You know, not everybody that's going to BlizzCon this year is going to be for Legion, pro Legion. They could be Diablo 2 fans. They could be StarCraft 1 fans. They could be fans from Vanilla WoW. There's people that never played any expansions at all and just played Vanilla. I don't know if you guys knew that, but that is true. So these people that are going there, there is a very good chance that someone may ask a question. And I think you can ask a question, just don't be a fool and be reasonable. And definitely don't shout dumb shit during panels. And make sure that if you're going to ask a question, you ask it during a World of Warcraft panel, during a Q&A, and make it reasonable and intelligent. Thanks for watching as always, guys. And of course, see you guys next time.